All right, let's talk about programmatic video. So, programmatic video is one of the best ways to get started in video if you were nervous at all about using programmatic video. But it's honestly a great product, even if you are an absolute pro and you're just looking for another avenue to advertise with video. Um, Now, if you're unfamiliar with it, or maybe you just need a refresher, programmatic video for our team is going to be putting your commercial on an online video before, during, and after, and it's typically between 15 and 30 seconds in length. This is going to be skippable inventory. And it's really any time that you are clicking an online video link, whether it be an ESPN and you're checking out the highlights from last night's game, it would potentially be that ad that plays prior to you being able to see those highlights from the night before. Another great way to think about programmatic video is it is essentially the video version of programmatic display, if you're familiar with that product. Again, the biggest difference is obviously it's a video. So with that, there are some positives, whether we're talking about like branding and awareness, more retention in that way, and then the ability and the flexibility to be able to talk about your product in a little bit more of a free environment since it's a video. We have a little bit more time with them. Couple things to keep in mind, like why video. 88% is the percentage of people who say that they've been convinced to buy a product or service by watching a brand's video. That's honestly the biggest takeaway whenever we're looking at these stats. It's very clear, the data does not lie, that people love videos. Out of all the different ads that they see, videos are the one that we see the greatest return on investment, and therefore it's the one that I would consider you definitely adding to your marketing funnel if you have not already. Couple other things. 2.5 is the number of hours per day people watch online videos. So this is undeniably a really strong number of time being spent per day. And then the last one over here, 2 times is the number that represents that they are twice as likely to share a video content with their friends. So not only do you have the potential to reach that initial person, but it's also the person that may get that after or secondhand that maybe wasn't in our initial target audience that could be affected by your ad strictly because they got the video shared to them. And when we're looking at where this fits into the marketing funnel, this is a really great branding and awareness play, but it can also really be great at interest and research. But whenever we start layering in things like site retargeting, so if you're unfamiliar with that, that's going to be retargeting everyone who's been to your website, whether or not they're in our target audience or not. By being on your website, they automatically would get added into that pool. And therefore, we are likely to see some conversions from it as well. So people coming to the website, checking us out, looking at our services and our products, and potentially filling out a form as well. Now, when we're talking about the targeting options, we do see a significant amount of capability to be able to target people based off their behavior online, so that tracked interest online. Demographic targeting, so this is going to be targeting people based off of a specific age, income level, gender, etc. Next, we're able to take all of those great two targeting options that I've talked about, and then we're able to define it to a specific zip code, a city, a state, radius, or even a country. And then last but not least, we've talked about it already a couple times, but site retargeting as well. Couple examples here. So we have the Delish. This is a online food recipe website that, if you're trying to figure, if you're like me, you're trying to figure out, how does the recipe exactly work? Therefore, that before you watch that recipe video, that ad that plays prior. And then here's the Sports Center example that I mentioned a few moments ago with this Allstate ad that played prior. And when it comes to this campaign, you would receive live reporting as well to always know where and the why and the how on your campaign and how it's performing. And a few things just to keep in mind on why working with us. All of this targeting is available through our partner, The Trade Desk, and therefore you do have access to thousands of different targeting segments across the web that can help you reach your marketing goals. Thank you, and really look forward to talking with you guys about how programmatic video can help you reach your marketing goals this year. Thank you.